Hi everyone and welcome back to So Blessed by Jess, and today we are going to start the Moda Blockhead 6 series. Oh my word. When I found out this was coming up, I knew exactly where I was going to go. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew what the fabric line I was going to use. I was just hoping that the blocks would go with it amazingly. So today we are going to do the regatta, and it looks like this. So it's a 9-inch block all together. You have a gradient in the middle and then half square triangles around it with some blocks. Everything is free on the site, which the description will be in the box below. And now you're wondering what fabrics I'm going to use? Well, let me go ahead. All right. I am a creative grids girl. I am. I just find that these rulers are just more simpler to read for me. They go in the 1/8 increment also if I need it. So I have a 10.5-inch square that I really like to play with. It's one of my favorites. It has a wonderful grip on the back of it. You can like see the little circles. It just grips the fabric really well. It doesn't slide. It's beautiful. I'm just taking really good care of it so that it never leaves me, hopefully ever. So Sherry and Chelsea are one of my favorite fabric designers from Moda. And so without further ado, raspberry lemonade is going to be my choice. So let me just flip through and show you the fabrics. So we have these. There's quite a few. We have some backgrounds that they have. And if you want to see these all individually, I'll link the video below. We have some oranges and reds and pinks, which are beautiful. And last but not least, some greens and teals. So those are the colorways that I'm planning on using when I'm going through and working through Blockhead 6. And then I know that there's a background to it. So I just went to my local Hobby Lobby, went in when it was 40% off last week and said, hey, I need you. And I'm going for a white background. Normally I've been like on this kick where I really like dark backgrounds, but after doing my glow in the dark quilt that was in my long arm video the other day, I was like, oh, white and black. I am all on that white and black train. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've already cut up all the pieces that we're gonna need. Let me move my coffee. We don't need any spills. But I have 2 different colorways for this block. It says to make 2 of them. So we need a block 1A and a block 1B. So we need 2 different blocks. So I've planned 2 different placements for blocks. I have everything cut out, and I'm gonna flip you around so that you can see what this block looks like with the fabric choices that I made. All right, so let me show you this colorway first. So in our block, we're gonna have 4 squares that are 2 3/4 inches. And then we have 4 blocks that are gonna be, here, let me get the piece of paper. They're gonna make these half square triangles. And that's what the teal is doing today. So we have the teal and the white, and they're going to come together to make our half square triangles. And then in the center, we're going to put this. So just imagine half square triangles here all the way around the 4 with the teal and the white. And this is our center. And I try to make it a gradient where it comes from lighter and it progressively gets darker. The difference between block A and block B is that my half square triangles are going to be red around the outside, and then my inside gradient are going to be these greens. So let me take that away. So that's what the second block is going to look like. All right, let's start. Let me show you how to put the half square triangles together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 1/4 inch squares, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. Now this marker that I'm using, oops, it is a friction pen. So friction colors, so it's erasable. So if I was to put heat on this line, it disappears and goes away forever and always. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mark down all 8. All right, now all 8 of those are completed. I'm going to put them back in groups of 4. With their respective colors. Okay, so now this is technically the wrong side of the fabric. We are going to line it up with its friend, right side to right side, and then now we're going to sew 1/4 inch down either side of this drawn line. Once I do that, we're going to cut down the middle. We're going to iron it open, and then we have some trimming to do, maybe. All right, so I have all 8 of them sewn. What we're going to do now is just cut them in half. Okay, and I'll do more later, but I'm just going to put that up there for the moment. We're going to bring our ironing pad over. And I have a wool mat, love my wool mat. And we are going to press to the dark side. And that means I'm going to put the white down and flip over the darker side, because the seam right here is going to hide behind the dark fabric. And I'm just going to press. We're not going to slide our iron, because if you slide your iron, it might distort your block. All right, let's do it to the next one. I just warm up that back seam a little bit. Okay. All right, let's put that right back there. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to bring our cutting mat back out, and we need to cut these down to 2 3/4. And that's another reason why I absolutely enjoy my Creative Grids ruler. Okay, I have my 45-degree angle here. And yes, is this ruler a little too big for my project? It is. Could I use a smaller one? Absolutely. Am I going to? Nope. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my fabric on my 45 degrees. I'm going to get my smaller rotary cutter out. Okay. And I'm just going to trim up these 2 sides. Okay. And throw the trash out. Now we're going to turn that around. So the 2 sides that you just cut are now on your left side and the bottom. We're going to line up our block again, but I'm going to line it up on the 2 3/4 lines. So 2 3/4, 2 3/4, 45-degree angle, matching up. Okay, oh, that light's in the way. And there she is, a perfect 2 3/4 inch square. So let me go ahead and do that again for you. I'm going to do the other red one. Line it up on our 45 degrees. Remember, we're just trimming it up at first. I feel like I got that corner. Okay, there it goes. Throw the trash out. Flip it around 180 degrees. 2 3/4, 2 3/4, 45-degree angle. Keep my fingers away from the blade. And I like to go towards the corner so it doesn't chop my corner off eventually. And there we go. So now I'm going to do that to the other 7, and we can start setting up our block. All right, so here are all my half square triangles, and here's all the other pieces for this quilt. So let's go ahead and line it up, put it together so it looks like our diagram that we have right here. I'm just going to place that right there to keep track. I'm going to start with the lighter fabric, kind of work my way across my gradient. My corners are going to be the white background. Okay, sorry if you hear a lawnmower outside. My neighbors are having their lawn mowed. Now we're going to go ahead and put these half square triangles that we worked so hard on. Okay, and then, right, that goes this way. Right, dark faces up, left, and boom, and boom. There is our block. Amazing. All right, so how are we going to tackle this, you may ask? We are going to make this row and make this row at the bottom. So we're going to sew that. We're going to sew the middle, the sides. We're going to put the sides on the middle, and then the top and the bottom rows on. So I'll take pictures as I'm going forward, and so that you can see the progression of what I'm sewing together and when. Okay, and our blocks are done. So here's the first block. And the second block. They look so pretty, don't they? So Moda Blockheads is going to be a mystery block where we have designers that are going to be, they've already created the blocks, they've already submitted them to Moda, and Moda will be releasing them every Wednesday from now until November 12th. So, and they range anywhere from a 9-inch block to a 27-inch block. That's what I read. So, which I find as amazing. So every Thursday, you should see that I'm coming out with a video, keeping up with the blocks. Yeah, and they turned out so good. Oh, let me gradient maybe this way. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But yeah, they look so good. So 2 blocks down, 1 week down, many more to go. And I'm really enjoying this. This is like, ooh, what are we going to come up with next? What are we going to be doing? It's kind of feel. So down in the description box below, I'll share the fabric line that I'm using, Raspberry Summer by Chelsea and Sherry. Sherry and Chelsea, sorry, by Moda Designers and Pattern Designers. And they also have a fabulous blog that you can read, and they have a YouTube channel, My So Quilty Life, that I really enjoy watching. They come out with a video like every other Monday. They are definitely one of my favorite fabric designers. So if you know me, my favorite fabric designer, you can always answer that question if I ever want to ask you that question for a giveaway or something like that. If I ever do one again. You never know. You never know. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Share this video with others that you know that might be doing the Moda Blockhead 6, or just, you know, share it with your people and so that they can watch it too. But thank you so much. I really appreciate the community that I'm a part of. You guys are absolutely amazing. I was telling some of my friends on other channels that I have been hanging out with lately that this community is amazing. Just we lift each other up. Yeah, we push each other, we lift each other up. We don't go, oh, I don't like your fabric choices. Oh, I don't like the way you did that. Oh, you did that wrong. No, there's no negativity with the beautiful people that I've connected with. And I am just so grateful to have these wonderful people that I call my quilting friends or sewist friends. Because not all of them quilt. Some of them are sewists and garment makers, and that is absolutely amazing. And I am inspired by you every day, all of this whole world. So until the next video or short, I will see you later. Bye.